Welcome to Dinar Community, your trusted hub for all things IQD and global currency shifts. Today marks a pivotal moment in the history of the Iraqi dinar and, quite possibly, in the global financial system. For years, speculation has swirled. For years, hope has endured. And now, at long last, confirmation has arrived. In a powerful and nationally televised address, Prime Minister Muhammad Shia al-Sudani stood before millions and delivered a message that will be remembered for generations. This wasn't hearsay. It wasn't a misinterpreted leak or vague comment from an anonymous source. It was a definitive, official statement from the highest office in Iraq, and it left no room for ambiguity. The long-awaited revaluation (RV) of the Iraqi dinar is no longer just a possibility. It's a declared and scheduled reality. Within minutes of Sudani's announcement, the news spread like wildfire. Currency markets stirred, global leaders took notice, and dinar holders across the world felt a surge of long-overdue vindication. After more than a decade of whispered projections, cautious optimism, and steady anticipation, the RV has moved from conjecture to confirmed policy. Sudani's declaration, a historic turning point. Prime Minister Sudani did not mince words. He laid out Iraq's new financial course with clarity, confidence, and purpose. No euphemisms, no diplomatic hedging. His message was firm. Iraq has committed to a specific revaluation date, and that decision is final. While the exact date remains under wraps for strategic coordination, internal sources indicate it aligns closely with Iraq's new fiscal calendar and the unveiling of its national budget. This means the RV is no longer a distant hope. It's a near-term, government-sanctioned event backed by macroeconomic strategy. The groundwork for this moment has been meticulously laid over years. Coordinated planning between the Central Bank of Iraq (CBI) and the Ministry of Finance has produced the fiscal infrastructure needed to support a globally respected, stable, and sovereign dinar. This revaluation is not just a monetary adjustment, it's the foundation of a new economic vision for the country. From policy to action, the RV moves forward. What sets this moment apart is the sheer transparency and boldness with which it was delivered. For the first time, Iraq's leadership has directly addressed the world, no third-party interpretations, no off-the-record hints. Just a clear, public statement that Iraq is taking charge of its economic destiny. Sudani confirmed that this revaluation has been designed with accountability and international standards in mind. Over the past several months, Iraq has worked closely with organizations like the International Monetary Fund (IMF), the World Bank, and regional regulatory bodies to ensure that this move is not just legitimate but lasting. This isn't a fleeting policy decision. It's a coordinated, internationally recognized economic strategy. Years of progress culminate in one bold move. Iraq's path to this moment has been anything but easy. From post-war instability to economic sanctions and internal corruption, the journey has been long. But under Sudani's leadership, the nation has undergone a remarkable transformation. Key milestones include rebuilding foreign currency reserves to over $100 billion, repatriating stolen national wealth, increasing reliance on the dinar domestically, a process known as de-dollarization, strengthening oil-backed securities, implementing sweeping anti-corruption reforms. These reforms, combined with a focused modernization of the banking system, have brought Iraq's financial sector in line with global standards. Sudani highlighted that the CBI has now achieved full digital integration, enabling seamless foreign exchange, international transfers, and secure digital transactions, positioning Iraq as a future financial hub in the Middle East. Warning to manipulators: this RV is protected. In a bold move, Sudani also issued a direct warning. Anyone, domestic or foreign, found attempting to manipulate the dinar through speculation, price distortion, or illicit trade will face serious consequences under both Iraqi and international law. This isn't just a declaration of value. It's a declaration of sovereignty. The RV, Sudani emphasized, belongs to the Iraqi people and honest global partners. Not profiteers, not speculators, not shadow entities. It is the rightful reward of a nation that has rebuilt itself from the ground up. Seismic reactions across Iraq and the world. The global response has been staggering. Across social media, dinar holders celebrated. Investment forums lit up with joy and renewed faith. For many, the confirmation was a moment of emotional validation after years of doubt. Inside Iraq, celebrations erupted nationwide. In Baghdad, Basra, Mosul, and beyond, citizens poured into the streets waving Iraqi flags and setting off fireworks. For them, this was more than economic news, it was a symbol of recovery, dignity, and pride. Internationally, the aftershocks were immediate. Governments in the region, including Saudi Arabia, Iran, Turkey, and the UAE, began reevaluating their trade and currency strategies. In Washington, urgent meetings were held to assess the geopolitical consequences, including potential effects on oil pricing, defense contracts, and regional alliances. Sudani's declaration, far from being a local event, has sparked a global recalibration. A new dawn for Iraq's global role. Investor confidence has soared. Banks that once exited Iraq are exploring re-entry. Tech firms, construction companies, and telecom providers are lining up to tap into the Iraqi market. Energy giants are restructuring bids in anticipation of a stronger dinar. What was once a speculative investment is now an emerging market opportunity backed by fact and leadership. Even major financial news outlets like Bloomberg and Reuters have begun to cover Iraq's revaluation with seriousness. The dinar RV, long confined to niche communities and underground chatter, is now a legitimate global topic. This is not the end, it's the beginning. As the world watches Iraq reclaim its economic future, one thing is clear, this is not a conclusion to a rumor but the birth of a new era. The revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is no longer just a financial milestone. It's a nation-defining act, a rallying cry for sovereignty, stability, and self-determination. When Prime Minister Sudani stood before the nation, he did more than confirm a policy. He proclaimed Iraq's right to set its own value, economically and symbolically. No longer dictated by foreign powers or economic manipulation, Iraq is now writing its own future with confidence and clarity. This moment is not just historic. It is transformative, and the world is no longer watching with doubt, but with deep respect. The revaluation is not in the shadows anymore. It is happening, and Iraq, for the first time in decades, is fully at the helm of its destiny. Like and subscribe for more videos.